Like, I think they go in, and I think they win both in Boston and just tear the souls out of them.
I
And Kyrie
I think it
just
goes 7
steps on the
probably.
Boston logo.
Welcome to Sappy Speaks with Jordan and I. We're going to talk sports. We got the NBA Finals, how it's affecting the Cards, and a bunch of new contracts in the NFL, and also some of the shows that are coming up.
We have a big event planned for this Saturday, so listen for the rest of the video and you'll get the details on that, and we hope to see you there. Starting tonight, we have the NBA Finals of the Dallas Mavericks, the team we root for, against the Boston Celtics, the team that person roots for. What do you think about the finals and what is going to happen?
I think the Mavericks will win in 6 or 7. I believe that the Celtics have had the easiest road to the finals in the history of the NBA, just because every single series their best player has been hurt for minimum 2 games, right?
Yeah,
Two
I think so.
Buckets. Jimmy Butler didn't play.
I know
at
Mitchell
all.
and Halliburton missed two.
Mitchell missed 2. Halliburton missed 2. And there were still some close games, and I think they lost 1 game to Miami without Jimmy Butler and 1 game to Cleveland without Donovan Mitchell.
And they were down by like 30 without Halliburton.
They could have lost 2 or 3 of the games against Indiana. That being said, I do think that they were the best team in the NBA. You can argue it both ways. They haven't played anybody yet, but they're rested. Porzingis is fully practicing now. He's fully healthy. That's going to be a good addition. But I want them,
You don't want to beat someone.
Yeah, you want to play full strength. You want to play everybody full strength. I know that Boston's favored, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the plus minus on that?
I think like
minus 210.
I think it was something like that for the
So
series.
I know it's going to be good. We have the best player overall.
Mm-hmm.
That means a lot. Our bigs, they haven't had to play against 2 bigs like that. They did in Cleveland, but Jared Allen didn't play.
Yeah.
And Evan Mobley played well.
He was a monster, yeah.
The thing is they match up so well because they're deep. They're very deep. They're deeper than we are. We're deep, and they're deeper than us. I think Pritchard's been balling off the bench. They have that other guy who can shoot threes. Hauser, I think
Sam
his name
Hauser,
is. Yeah. He's decent. He's always, anytime you have a 3-point threat out there, it frees up other things. So defensively, they're good. Defensively, we're good. It's going to be a great series, and I think for the hobby in general, it's good. Whoever wins, it'll be good.
Yeah.
You got Jaylen Brown, Jason
Tatum.
Tatum. Porzingis on that side. On our side, we got Kyrie, Lively, Luka, the most important part. Even Jaden Ivey, PJ Washington's been balling. Yeah. So I think we're in a win-win situation. If you were to go to the beginning of the season and be like, who do you think are the 2 best teams for the hobby to be in the finals? I think this is it. East and West. I truly do. Maybe Bucks and Minnesota would be the other 2. But other than that, I truly can't think of any other 2 teams.
The only team that I think maybe just because of how crazy it would have been the Spurs. If Wemby had taken them to the finals this year.
Or
is that not what you meant by that?
No, I did. But which would actually have a chance.
Okay. Yeah,
so,
I mean.
So I didn't think they had a chance
definitely. Like Mavericks, definitely. I think would have been most people in the hobby's number 1 to go to the finals, and then Celtics. I mean,
probably number 1 or 2.
Probably right there. Also, yeah.
But I can't wait. I mean, this is awesome. Like, I think this is. We looked at tickets. Tickets are like nosebleeds. Or
we're gonna enjoy our view from our couch.
Yeah. I'd rather unless. Look, if somebody offered tickets for a good price, we did get offered, but they got I'm sure those are sold.
As far as I know, yeah.
Yeah, it's either in the storylines. Porzingis was played for Dallas. There's really not a hate there though.
I wonder when they play here if he touches the ball, the crowd starts booing because he straight up quit on the Mavericks.
They will probably boo, but it's not as bad as Kyrie and Boston.
Oh, he's gonna touch that ball. You're not gonna be able to hear anything. You're just gonna hear boos.
I don't know that Dave Portnoy or what's his name?
Portnoy,
whatever. He first of all, okay. I think it's okay to voice your opinion, but he just said Kyrie isn't good at basketball.
And he just doesn't like
that.
Kyrie.
Like that's like
he just doesn't like Kyrie. It's
like
that guy
matter.
telling me LeBron doesn't play defense last weekend.
It doesn't. Whatever. Yeah, like don't say things that will hurt.
You're just saying that is straight emotion. There's no facts or anything to back that up.
Exactly. Once you bring emotion into it, then you lose a lot of the argument, in my opinion. But like bias emotion, you know what I mean?
Agree. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, well, who do you got?
So I know this is probably how you felt watching Jordan growing up. How I felt watching LeBron growing up. It was watching Luka in Game 6. Like, I felt like when LeBron was on the Heat and then he went to the Cavs, there was games where it was just like, okay, LeBron's going to take this game over. He's going to win this game. That's it. I'm sure it happened with Jordan. I obviously didn't watch much of him. That game, the Mavs were not losing. Luka, Game 6, and he did it against the Suns in Game 7 a couple years ago. He went into their house, said, I'm the best player on the planet. I'm the best player in this arena, and I'm going to show you guys. And it just... I trust that over any player. Like, if one dude can truly take over a game like that, I'd rather have him on my team or that team.
May have two of the best Kyrie's. So the thing with Luka is he came in, he dropped 20 in the first.
20 of the first 30.
Okay. But then he was able to...
Didn't need to.
Yeah, because Kyrie came in and dropped 20.
All the other guys were doing their own thing. I think
Luka had 36 and Kyrie had 34.
Something like that, yeah.
So this is the biggest difference for us.
Luka has help.
Kyrie's happy here. I love Kyrie. I loved Kyrie before he came here. I'm a Duke fan.
I don't know if you saw when they clinched the finals or the Western Conference, Cuban and Kyrie hugged for like a minute straight. And obviously, I don't know what they were saying to each other.
Cuban's the biggest reason why he's here. Besides, obviously Luka and everything else. But like Cuban was like, look, come here.
We'll give
you don't have to deal with the media. BS, I'll just live your life, play basketball, and so. He's one of the greatest, if not greatest, ball handler of all time. Some of the finishes he finishes.
I don't know how he does the left hand now too all the time.
Yeah, I mean he's pretty much ambidextrous. Is that? Yeah. Like he can go both ways, but like you can't if you're going one way, he can go left. His dribbling is crazy, and it's good to have another guy that can drop that many points. He turns it on late most of the time, but. All that being said, this Celtics team is very, very good.
I don't disagree.
I wouldn't be
surprised.
I don't disagree.
If the Celtics win, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Right? It's not. You're not going. There's not one of them juggernauted over the other.
Said, this is no hate to the Pacers. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Congratulations. Whether you want to say they had Giannis was injured, and other people were injured, whatever. Blah blah blah. The Pacers were in very close games with the Celtics, like you said earlier. Mm-hmm. They were one game they were up by 30. One game it was tied at the end, and the Celtics won every game. Mavericks have the two best closers in the NBA. They aren't losing those games. Or at least they're not losing all of them. Maybe they split more than they win, but Kyrie and Luka aren't giving up 30-point leads, and they're not letting the Celtics just walk back into the game, in my opinion. Maybe they do, and maybe the Celtics are just that damn good, but I don't think. And Rusty Porzingis, I think...
Horford's coming off the bench then?
It'll be White, Brown. You know he has the third most all-time playoff games without having a ring behind Malone and Stockton. That's kind of crazy.
Honestly, I don't hate anybody I don't hate anybody in general, but I don't dislike anybody on the Celtics at all. They don't rub me the wrong way. I'm a Jason Tatum fan. Al Horford though, he's fun. He's fun to cheer for. I like him. I like it how his wife is his biggest advocate.
She's funny on Twitter.
And but he just what you're getting with him. He can shoot threes. He gets rebounds. He gets the dirty.
He's not pretty and flashy, but he's just gonna get stuff done.
And he's 30,
37, 38, something like that.
It's crazy that two guys from that draft are in the playoffs this year. Who was the other one? Do you know?
What draft is he?
A long time ago draft.
He's 40. He was he was he was that Florida team with Joakim Noah that went back to back.
He's before Steph, right? Or no, maybe I'm wrong. So the other person is point guard for the Timberwolves.
Oh, Conley?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they're both really old.
But still, for them, they're both
playing really good. Yeah, really well.
And Mike Conley's another guy you can't not like him.
Fun to root for.
Yeah, he's a fun to root for guy. Man, it's gonna be exciting.
You said Mavs and God, dude. I'm going to look so stupid if this is not true. I think Mavs win in 5. Like, I think they go in, and I think they win both in Boston and just tear the souls out of them. I think Boston gets one of the games here, and then Mavs go back there and finish it. And Kyrie
I think it goes 7.
Steps on the Boston logo to end the series.
I don't think Kyrie does anything like that. I don't think he'll do anything like that.
I don't know.
I think since he's been with the Mavericks, he's changed a little bit too.
Yeah, but that Boston crowd might bring something different out of him.
I mean,
think about it. They're going to call him. I'm not proud of this or advocating for this or anything. They're going to call him slurs. They're going to call him bad. They're going to cuss him out. They're going to say a bunch of bad stuff. Like, him and Luka might say some stuff we never. Remember, he said he was talking Slovenian when he was talking to Snoop Dogg. He said, "Who's crying now, MF?"
No. He was talking Slovenian when he was talking to Cat. When he goes, "You."
Oh no, Ant. Oh yeah.
No, Rudy Gobert.
Gobert. Yeah. But they can't guard him. He's defensive player of the year, and Luka made.
I mean, but that's not fair. I mean, it is fair. Like being defensive player of the year, that's a great achievement. Wemby should have won that 100%.
Agreed.
But Gobert is also great. He'll probably go to the Hall of Fame because of his defense.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
But when you put him on a guard on the 3-point line, I mean, that's not why he won.
You think there's any center defense or any center in NBA history that guard that play?
I mean, it's so hard because of the change of direction.
I think Wemby's literally
he's doing it to guard
because of how long he is.
Yeah, maybe Wemby. Yeah, maybe Wemby. I'm even thinking of Akeem or anybody else. He's going to get on that. Yeah. They didn't need 3. They needed 2 to tie it. Right? So
if you go out for the 3, it just goes past you and ties it.
I think he used his left, and it looked like he was about to drive because he went forward, and he stepped back so quick. He got Rudy Gobert, still recovered
he did about the best he could.
Yeah, about the best he could. It's just like, like we said, Luka, James Harden, all those guys with that, they can do that to guard. So no, I don't really think. Besides maybe Wemby, because he's long and a little bit different. So I don't know. So hopefully he gets there someday. We need him to be successful, and hopefully they put pieces around him. I know you don't want Trey to go there. I think going there is really good.
I don't remember who. Maybe Shams or somebody like that on Twitter said every guard that he's talked to that's a free agent wants to go to San Antonio.
Well, I would. Would you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's like
Wemby's up there somewhere.
Lob City, which we're doing and we're showing right now. Like, it's just. It works, but okay. So you think in 5? I think in 6 or 7. I'm probably leaning more towards 7. So I'll say 7. Mavericks in 7. I think that Boston is very good. I wouldn't be surprised if it went their way either in any direction, our way in any direction. I think that these two teams are the best 2 teams. I am surprised by the Nuggets, and that they didn't end up going, but. I mean, dang, we beat Minnesota in 5.
The Western Conference is good.
It is very good.
And the Mavs came out.
It's good and bad because we're in the West, but also
Mavs are the best player.
Yeah.
Mavs are the best.
I still think Jokic is probably the overall best because he does. I don't.
I just think the fact that Luka can go.
If Luka can win a chip,
Luka can go on a 9-0 run in 30 seconds by himself.
No MVPs.
Yeah, he should have won MVP this year.
Do you truly think that?
Absolutely.
With the season stats?
I mean, so is it a team stat or is it a person stat? If it's a person stat, Luka had the best stats.
I thought Jokic did.
Luka led the league in scoring by like 5 points.
Didn't Jokic lead in assists and rebounds?
I think Luka averaged almost a triple double. So I mean, Jokic
I guarantee
probably did
rebounds.
too.
Yeah. Jokic.
They're probably very similar, but
I think I still think as of right today, Jokic is number 1. If he wins a chip. I think MVPs are going to follow. Like he almost won this year. He's getting closer and closer every year.
Like
First team NBA 5 years in a row, right?
Yeah.
So I love Luka. He's an absolute beast. The kid in him, I love when that comes out. He's complaining less.
I love the trash talking when he.
You got to.
Oh my! Wait till he does it in Boston. When he hits a 3 and it's just silent in the TD Garden. And he's
honestly,
just screaming at the bench.
I want Kyrie to hit the game winner. In
That's
Boston.
true. Game 7. Game 7.
Oh my! That would blow up
break Twitter. Yeah. Twitter would break.
It would. But let's talk about how it helps the hobby because you already see everybody that I know. Is asking me for Luka.
Oh, side note, because you mentioned
that.
James Harden earlier, I read something 4 years ago. He had a game. His over/under in the game was 42.5. James Harden, and it was -140.
Over under
points.
Oh, points.
42.5. Minus 140.
That's crazy.
I read it. He had 61 points that game. It's 61 points.
Well, he was shooting every shot though.
That's still at 41.5.
I thought you were talking about RPA.
No points.
That's
when he had that. No, you said that. So reminded me.
But
how it helps the hobby.
I think. Well, everyone's asking me for Luka, of course. Kyrie's has gone up.
His stuff jumped a lot more than I thought it would. I didn't because I know some people don't like him.
But there are people that do like him.
You have to respect him. Yeah. Tatum and Brown stuff's going up.
Yep.
There's not as much Brown though.
Porzingis too.
His stuff has jumped. You got a cool one coming today.
But even people were asking me for Pritchard.
I was watching a break last night and they pulled his logo man auto.
Nice,
dude. So this is like a tangent, I know. So it was a big break on Cardboard 47, and they sold it by serial spot. The number one spot, like one of whatever, it went for $13,000.
Is that the only thing that?
Dude, no, he smashed it.
Good for him.
It was MPC or something like that.
I mean, whoever it was, people that usually don't win on those.
1 of 1, laundry tag, Stars and Stripes RPA, Brock Purdy.
You're lying.
I promise you. And the Peyton Pritchard logo. It was a huge break.
And other 1-on-1s?
And there was other he did an Eminence case.
And
there
he
was
got all the one-ofs.
Yeah. That dude did very well.
How much is that card? The Shield?
No, laundry tag.
Still though.
It's probably
40
at least.
Yeah. Good for him.
The chat was saying they thought he had at least 100K sitting there. I was like,
good for him.
I don't know how much the Pritchard is. That's a big card though. Probably at least 10, right?
I was going to say 15, 20 maybe. Yeah, he's actually that guy, I like him cuz he's like our height.
He's annoying. He's annoying because he's good.
And he talks trash.
No, I don't think he's that bad.
But he D's up too. See, okay, so here's another thing. Drew Holiday is going to be on Kyrie. Kyrie's going to be on Drew.
Mm-hmm.
Luka, I think, has to be on
I would assume
Derek White or Jaylen
Brown keeps Luka.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that.
And then Derek Jones and PJ go with Tatum and
I think PJ goes to
Derek White.
Tatum.
One of them. 100%. I'm saying one goes to
Jones
one goes
to
the other.
White, and then
PJ goes to Tatum. That's probably fair. And then Gafford or Lively shut down Porzingis, and then Mavs win in 5.
So it's not that bad.
Nah, Mavs win in 5.
No, but
Porzingis gonna be rusty too. Lively's gonna be jumping through the air and dunking on him.
What do you think about Anthony Edwards' price is going so crazy? But they've came back down some now. Obviously.
So I think it kind of like with Edwards, it went from oh my god MJ to oh my god life's over, and it wasn't like oh my gosh, and it was literally just like straight to the moon and then straight back to the ground. It was not sustainable at all unless he won the finals, and obviously that didn't happen.
And I purposely stayed away for some of his big. I picked up a couple of big cards, but I knew those cards would. He played better than anybody for them against us.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But he didn't have any help except for the last 2 games.
Cat had a couple games at the end.
Cat had a couple.
But like, he'll be back. He's gonna be good, just like Luka. He's gonna be good for 15, 20 years.
You can see it. He wants.
He's him.
So bad.
He's a dog.
He's definitely him. I think he's a pickup. Even now, I think his prices are still a little bit high, but
they are dropping.
They're definitely dropping. But I mean, in the East, though, besides the Celtics, man, Paulo's a pickup.
Paulo's a monster.
I just got a logo, man, of his
rookie.
Yeah, number 5 though.
That's still nice.
Still nice, yeah. I'm picking up Paulo like crazy.
Paulo's a beast.
So let's switch sports a little bit because there's been some crazy signings, including the most recent Christian McCaffrey got 2 years,
2-year extension, $38 million.
Me personally, I think he's the best running back in the league.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I also think it's deserved. I think running backs are underpaid compared to the rest of the position players, quarterback, wide receiver. Even tight ends, man. Tight ends
aren't crazy.
Yeah, but they get just as much as running backs.
Yeah, but like I'd say Kelsey's more valuable than any running back.
More than McCaffrey? That's close.
Yeah, I would say so.
Really, you'd rather have Kelsey than McCaffrey?
Like on the Chiefs, I would rather have Kelsey than McCaffrey. Yeah.
So the thing with that is, running backs are easy to come by, right?
Easy replaceable, yeah.
And that's what sucks for them.
Definitely.
Literally, how long did Derrick Henry do that for them? 10 years, 8 years.
2016 he was drafted, so
8 years, 7 years,
yeah.
And then they're like.
But they paid him. He did get a fat contract from them
for a running back.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. So
for a normal person.
I mean, Justin Jefferson just got $35 million.
Yeah, but think about that. So Jordan Poole. So
okay, so we're talking. Okay, the NBA gets paid the most.
Yeah.
Baseball used to be, but now it's NBA,
Yeah.
and then football's coming up though.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee with these big wide receiver contracts,
I love that contract, by the way, because that means CD can't get $40 million.
I think he's getting 32. I think he's getting 32.
I'd be fine with that.
32, 33.
30 to 35. He's in that range.
I do think the more I think about it, CD's top 3 to 5. Top 3 to 5. Yeah, he is.
I mean, name 3 wide receivers better than him.
I would take Hill.
Okay.
I would take Jefferson, and I would take Chase, and that's where you can exchange that out. So I think he's 4.
Okay.
He's not. And you know I like.
He's better than Amon-Ra.
And I think he's 5.
You think Amon-Ra's 5?
Yes.
I think.
And then Devontae Adams 6.
I think Lamb is 3. I have St. Brown at 4.
Right?
No,
St. Brown 4. Chase
I think
5.
I think Chase is 5. Chase has the benefit. He's been playing with the quarterbacks for like the last 7 years. He's good. He's good. Don't get me wrong. He's very good.
And so if Chase wasn't hurt,
but give Tyreek Hill Joe Burrow, and I think he goes for 2,000 yards.
I think he works good with Tua though. He does very well. He's had his best seasons with Tua.
True. But that's true. No, he's not the number one he's not the only one because Waddle's there also. No, that's true.
And I'm glad. I truly am glad that Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle got paid the way they did because they're number ones, right? I think Devontae Smith's the best number 2. I think Waddle's the second best number 2, but they're both number ones. I do. I like.
I'm trying to think. Debo, Godwin.
Nah, there's
Higgins.
There's nobody you're taking none of those guys over those.
Who's the number 2 in Chicago?
It doesn't. You might not take the number 1 in Chicago.
I would take Keenan Allen both healthy. Keenan Allen, I'll take him over both of them
today.
Like guaranteed healthy, yeah. Keenan Allen was crushing them last year before he got hurt.
He's like 10 years in the league, or
are talking about for like the future. We're just talking about right now.
Well, they just got paychecks to like.
Oh, then
they're
young going to the future,
yeah. But also, I don't think I would. I don't know. Maybe because I think DJ Moore's will have a better season than Keenan Allen.
He probably will. Keenan doesn't stay healthy.
Roma Dunze
could end up being the number 1.
But anyways, I think it's good. Right now, it seems like football is getting. It's like last year, football was better than it was this year. Or the last year at this time, football was better and more healthy. It seems like to me.
I think we're getting ready to get to that period where it's like basketball and football have ended.
This is called the dead period.
Yeah,
right?
It's kind of like boring for like a month and a half, and then Nationals is the end of next month, and that's when it's like, okay, Nationals is here. Oh my goodness, football's about to be here. OTA start today for the Cowboys.
I think July. Dallas Card shows when football is going to.
Oh, it'll pop off.
Yeah,
That's when
I think
need
people
to buy football right now.
Yeah, and I still give me one person. So give me one person you would invest in that you wouldn't normally like. That's cheap.
Football.
Cheap, yeah.
Somebody that's cheap that you can invest in.
That you think you can make money on before they take a snap or in the first 2 weeks of football. And that's not fair to say. Let's say before they take a snap because football's so...
You have no idea if someone could get hurt, someone could have a crappy weather or something.
I mean, I'm just saying, let's say they perform good for one game. Football is so...
Yeah, and you'll make any money if week 1 is good.
Yeah. So, before that. And a lot can happen between now and then, so... Who's the one person
I think it's a cheap gamble just because his stuff's been out for so long. Jared Goff.
I can see that.
His stuff's not going to go. It's not going to go to Patrick Mahomes level or Burrow's level. That's probably
not ever.
He just got paid. He got a big extension.
And it's hard to find, actually.
I mean, 2016 doesn't have that too much. It's just like Dak doesn't have much. I mean...
I feel like Dak has way more than Goff.
You're in Dallas, so... He was the number 1 pick, so Goff has more. Dak was a 4th round pick.
Are you sure?
Dak was a 4th round pick.
I feel like they put Dak in a lot of...
They may have.
Past year products.
I like Goff just because I think they're a safe team.
Man, they're going to be so good.
I really do. Like, this pains me because it sucks that I have to root against him. But Jordan Love, I think he's you can buy him now and make money in a month.
He's expensive now, though.
He is, but he's good.
He's so good.
And it sucks.
He's so good.
Because I know the Packers are just going to continue to beat the Cowboys.
I think he's good. I think that they just got lucky with Brett Favre.
Is it luck? Or they just develop really
That's
well?
what I'm saying. I shouldn't say luck. I should say they picked the right guy.
Because like Rodgers learned from a Hall of Famer Favre.
You know who
Love learned from Hall of Famer Rodgers. I mean...
So I'm going in a different direction than you. Of guys that like everybody's kind of just like...
Written off.
Fields. No.
Because
Yes, Fields.
He'll be the starting quarterback by week 3.
I hope he is, but like Fields, you already know I like. But I'm gonna go Sam Howell.
I think he could be a starter. If
Geno's
not perfect,
let's just say he doesn't even play. If Sam Howell ends up being starter week 1, is it a good investment?
Oh my
right?
goodness!
Okay, so
money.
And he he has a skill. He also throws interceptions a lot, but he was running for his life there. And my second one is dang it! It was one that
Bryce.
No, I like Bryce Young too, but no. Another thing with Bryce I'll talk about is he was the number 1 pick for a reason. And I know, I get it. There's number 1s that busted before.
For sure.
But, like, think about all the ones that started off slow.
If Carolina took Stroud at 1, Houston was taking Young at 2.
So that's and then so on, right? Oh, Trey Lance. They're talking good about him. Is it like, so I read an article. It's like obviously a Dallas article, but they're saying like that's why they're not giving Dak the extension. Is there any truth to that?
I have not personally seen that.
I read it.
I mean, obviously, I'm not saying you're lying, but I have not personally seen that.
And I don't have a ton left. I do have some big cards of his left, but how many picks were given up to get him too? So like, I understand he's only got to do one. Did he play that full game?
He played one full game against the Bears.
In a typhoon?
Yeah. And then the next game, I believe, is when he
got hurt, right?
Yeah. Or whatever it was.
So just imagine. That's why they're written off. So, like, these are guys that are, like, long shots, yeah. Right? Long shots in a good situation is what I'll call it, right? They're both in a good situation. Sam Howell needed out of Washington, went to a better team. Trey Lance, obviously, America's team, biggest marketed team. They like him, is what I'm reading. And also, if he can become the player that everyone thought he was going to be for this franchise. Oh my
goodness, his stuff will go stupid.
I think his stuff will go stupider than Dak's did when he did that season. You know why? Wasn't Trey like the top 10 pick?
Like 3rd, I think.
Dak was
4th round.
Yeah. That's why.
He had a lot more.
And so I think it's okay to make a little investment on both of those. Don't go crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you go crazy, how much are you spending?
Yeah, depends.
A couple grand?
Depends what your means are.
Yeah. So, those are 2 players. Look, I could be completely wrong. I think the risk is there for me to where I'm going to actually start. I'm going to look for a cracked eye Sam Howell, NTRPA, and I already have those for Trey Lance. So I think those 2 players for me are just, and these are huge gambles. Obviously, I like Bryce Young. And the one bad thing about Bryce Young is what?
The team.
The team
sucks.
It just seems like they're not.
They Deontay Johnson, and they drafted Sanders, the tight end from Texas. So I mean, at least they put 2 weapons, but like nothing.
Is that and that one receiver could be good? Mingo could be good still. He had flashes last year, but
Thielen, Deontay is not like a horrible 1-2 if we were in like 2019.
Yeah,
but like
Deontay I could see Deontay getting like 1,200 yards.
1,200.
Yeah, 1,000 to 1,200. But who's their running back? We don't even know.
It was Miles Sanders.
I think they let him go.
Did they? I have no idea then.
Did he score last year?
Not
that's
much.
what so that's the one thing that does knock Bryce, unless we don't know something. They do have a new coach, so let's just see what they do. But it doesn't seem like they're putting the pieces around.
He was the number 1 pick for a reason.
Yeah. And I do think that like if he does anything at all, he's one that you probably can't, unless they make some type of big move. You got to hold. You can't wait. You can't sell before the season starts. But if he starts doing good at all, oh my gosh, his stuff will go crazy too. You got to remember, hype always outsells performance.
Oh, absolutely.
But then when the performance doesn't show up, and then they're still number 1, and the next season they do well. I'm not saying he's going to do that. I think that they don't have the weapons or tools. It's like the opposite for CJ.
If they do well this year, his cards will go crazy because that means he's
crazy.
That means he's doing it.
Right.
So Saturday, June 8th, we have a big event at Sappy's. Would you like to talk about that and let the people know a little bit about it?
We won the Player of the Day contest with one of our customers, Cooper. They've done a couple events for him. We had one here at the shop. They got to go hang out with the Mavericks and stuff, and now they're doing one for our shop since it was one here. We're gonna have a little private uh, event with them, and then a public one, which is super cool. We're gonna have Wax Panini is gonna be here. Sam Perkins is gonna be signing some stuff, taking pictures. I think it's super cool that Panini did that for us. We also linked Sam Perkins up with Mike Bassick and the radio show, and they're going to talk about the Mavericks and just let everybody know about Sappy Sports Cards and all the shop. We're all globally tied, right? B Sports Cards, Triple Cards, Dallas Wax, Wax, Stacked. It's all like under one, tied together. So. And I've told you before many times, or I've told everybody, I think DFW is like the hub of the collection of the industry. So we got Beckett here, Panini's here, Fanatics is here. Like, I can keep going. Dallas Card Show is my favorite card show. It's in our backyard. Nationals coming up. I love the Nationals. It's very busy. I can't wait until we get to go there, and then most times I'm ready to come home when
on vacation.
But it's like a week long. We stay Monday to Monday, just to get everything in. But I think it's gonna be a great event. And we have a Dallas Card Show the weekend of July 4th.
4th of July weekend.
And then I think that's going to be a big show. I think we have a lot of good events coming up. Right now, it seems like cards are becoming more and more popular, not only in our world, but in the mainstream world. Like, I had multiple people send me that message about the $3 million Jordan limited logo. I know the old owner of that. It's such a beautiful card, and I think we're just going to keep seeing these little things that people are letting come out, and they're popping and popping, and so just gives more light to the hobby and the industry. We're also opening up a couple more shops out here that we'll share when they're ready to be shared. But we're super excited about everything. The event this Saturday is from 1:45 to 2:30. So if you are around, come check out Sam Perkins. He played for the Dallas Mavericks as well. I think he got drafted by the Seattle Supersonics, but was a really good player. Super cool guy, and I'm excited to meet him myself. And then we'll have Wax from Panini's bringing Wax. You can open boxes. We can do a little trade event, whatever you guys want to do. But it's going to be a good event. So hope to see you everybody there. Now we have some topics that you guys have sent us, and we really appreciate that we're going to speak upon and hopefully give you guys some good information on.
The first one, it was somebody asking about the National. Which
anything specific, or
it literally just says National, which is kind of, we covered that.
We did. It's so for us, it's a 7-day event. For most people, it's 4 to 5 days, right?
Yeah, 3 to 5, or something like that.
If you've never experienced it, you'll love it. You'll be overwhelmed probably if you've never came, but it is an awesome event. It's at a nice venue in Cleveland this year, and so. If you're able to come out, there's going to be a lot of corporate there. There's going to be a lot of dealers there. Literally anything that you can think of that has to do with sports cards or even Pokemon or anything else like that will be there. So, like, if you have a question, will there be trade nights? Yes. Can you sell there? Yes. It's literally anything. It's probably the answer is yes. So
I would say also before going, I didn't mean to cut you off. Before going, look at a map of the place, and if there's like if you want to find Joe, or if you want to find Blowout, or if you want to find Panini, like, look on the map and figure out where it is so you don't get lost.
Yeah, you can definitely get lost.
It's overwhelming and it's a lot.
Yeah, definitely do that.
The next one said, the current state of Cowboy Nation. The current state is we're winning the Super Bowl. It's our year. Next.
So the same exact thing he said last year, but I think that I'm surprised that they haven't done more, but they were already a good team, so
we're waiting for Deion and Shador next year.
It wasn't. I thought that they would maybe pick up another receiver, a running back. I know they got Ezekiel Elliott, and that could be like, if that works out, that was perfect planning for them. And then, but they're still a great team. I think they're a Super Bowl contender, and I think they're one of the best teams in the NFC. I just think that San Francisco is above everybody on that.
So is everybody else. Cowboys suck. Formula for what cards to buy and when to trade or sell.
There's no like perfect formula for that. in my opinion. But I would just say do your due diligence, do your homework. A lot of people like to buy high and sell low because that's just like the hype of the person that's coming out. People are like, oh, I want that. No, I want that now. I see that he can go better. But if you look at the trends every year and pay attention, like this next month that we're talking about is a great time to buy everything except for maybe baseball. So just look at the trends. And
even baseball, it could be good if someone takes off in the playoffs. It could definitely be good.
That is true.
And then our fourth and final one is, we're both definitely going to be biased on this one. Best backcourt duos of all time.
All time?
All time.
So offensively, I think it's...
They're either one or two.
Yeah, it's Luka and Kyrie. But there's some... I think Jason Tatum's small forward. Who was the other backcourt I was thinking of?
Clay and Steph are probably the other one for scoring.
Ooh, that's another good one. They could be number one or two, too. I'm trying to think defensively, like just really good backcourts.
Did Jordan ever have a really good point?
Nah, he was both pretty much.
Both, yeah.
Trying to think.
I think it's those two are 1 and 2. Steph and Clay, and then Kyrie and Luka.
Yeah, we're probably not thinking of somebody, but it's fresh on our minds. So I think that, Brunson and Luka were really good too.
Brunson was just really young. He'd have been fun to watch though.
Yeah.
Kyrie and LeBron, I guess.
He just did an interview and was like, Luka's the...
Brunson?
Yeah. Mm. He's like, I think that our draft was the best draft of all time. 2018.
There's a lot of good players. There's a lot of good players.
There are a lot. And 2019 was good too. But we've been blessed, and I think we're actually about to get unblessed, but you never know. I couldn't tell you one player right now.
From the draft?
Yeah.
I'm not worried about draft. Mavericks should be drafting last in the first round.
But yeah, so continue to send us more questions, topics to talk about. We'll do our best to give you guys advice or just what we know. Thanks again for watching. Please go to our website, www.sappysportscards.com, for any of your grading needs or any needs in general when it comes to the hobby. We have a bunch of FAQs on there that will help you, but you can also message us on our email directly. Thank you for watching. We always appreciate you. Make sure to send us some more questions and topics. Also,
if you guys are new here, check out the link tree in our bio. It has whatnot, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, everything. Drop a like and a sub, and we will check you out and see you in the next one.
Peace.